about your thoughts on the first ball. Just saying your first set loss of the tournament, you come back with 6-love. I mean, what does that speak to your ability to kind of bring the game to the next level?
Well, it was never going to be an easy match against Mikhail. It's a quarterfinals of Grand Slam, and I was aware of his qualities and ability to come back to the match. So, after I lost third set, I definitely tried to regroup and just focus on every point individually and start playing the same game that I had in first two sets. I suddenly changed for some reason. I allowed him to come back to the match. I was starting to push the ball, being a little bit more passive and allowing him to come to the step into the court, come to the net, and he was playing well, no question about it. He was not making many mistakes. I started making a lot of unforced errors, and the match turned around. But it was important to get the early break in the fourth. I've done that, and after that, it just kind of really, felt a big relief on the court and just went for my shots and played great. Level of confidence is right at the top, very close, because I've been playing most of my matches here very aggressive, very dominantly, and I've been very satisfied with my performances overall in the whole tournament so far, and even tonight, even though I dropped the set, I still felt that I was in the control of the whole match. I played great, and to finish off the match with 6-love win, against Yuzhny, it's definitely encouraging for me for the next challenge.
Was it something special in your mindset tonight, because you seemed pumped up that tonight the first set was going on and really wanted to make a point of it?
Well, I just, I know that Mikhail is also kind of a player that feeds off the energy of the crowd, and he loves to, he pumps himself up. So I wanted to make sure he knows that I'm there to play and win every point. And of course, I'm extra motivated as the tournament goes on. It's quarterfinals now, it's semifinals, and I want to win. I mean, that's why I'm here. I try to enjoy every moment spent on the court, but I'll win all the matches.
Well, Novak, your match against Stan in Melbourne was such an epic, obviously. Can you just give us your recollections about that night, especially in terms of just the pure standard of tennis?
It's definitely one of the most exciting matches I've played in my life on this surface, and against Stan, and that played on a very, very high level. And in the past, we all knew that he has the quality to play that well, but not in a consistent basis. And now he worked on his, I think, movement a lot, and some variety of his shots in the game. And he's a very complete player. I mean, he can play equally well on any surface, and he had one of the best seasons, I think, in his life. And today he won straight sets against the defending champion on Arthur Ashe. That was quite impressive. So I'm sure that he's very confident, and he has nothing to lose now. He's going to go for the win.
You've often spoken of your love for the electricity on Ashe for a night match, but are there times when the crowd is rooting for an opponent to come back against you and extend the match that it can be annoying of the passion coming?
Well, look, I mean, it depends depends how you look at it. I mean, from one side there are people who want a longer match, in which I understand and support your opponent. There are people also who will support you. So I try to focus on my own supporters and the box, and of course I try to do my job is to win the match. And but it is something special, really. The experience of the night session in Arthur Ashe is like no other really tournament, and it offers this electrical kind of atmosphere that carries also the players, and also makes them play their best and enjoy every moment.
And Andy said after his loss that he thought the efforts of winning Wimbledon had taken an emotional toll. Can you empathise with that? And has that ever happened to you after any of your runs?
No, for sure. I mean, it's never easy to after you win a Grand Slam to motivate yourself again to play smaller tournaments and then prepare yourself again to be mentally, physically, emotionally 100% committed to another Grand Slam that is basically just a month and a half after his biggest win in career, which is Wimbledon. So I've been in these particular situations. I know I know how it feels, but but this is tennis, and you definitely learn always something new every single year, every single season, and you grow as a person and as a player. So that kind of a mindset, to always try to get better on the court, off the court, helped me to understand what I need to do, in order to stay number one, in order to always strive to win the Grand Slam titles, because it's a huge competition nowadays, and all the top players are very consistent, and in order to, be in the mix for number one of the world or contender for a major title, you have to be giving everything that you have, basically, but it doesn't depend only from you. It depends also from the people around you. They have to make that sacrifice in order to allow you to achieve your dreams, which is a blessing for us, to be able to have this kind of people around us.
Can you share also some Richard Gasquet being in a semi-final of a major against Rafael Nadal?
No, it's a great success for him. He hasn't been in semis of a major for a long time, and I think it was actually once only in Wimbledon that he played. So I'm sure that he's enjoying this achievement, and now he has nothing to lose against Rafa. I mean, he knows that probably Rafa is a favorite, but it's hard court, and he's been playing well, and he's been winning some long matches. He had 2 days to rest, and it's going to be interesting. Richard was always one of the most talented players that played the game, and one of the most beautiful and also most efficient backhands that we've seen. And but it's a best of 5, and we'll see what happens there.
Novak, you have a lot of responsibility, being number one, and trying to win a slam, and still you're going to host. Your second year, you're going to have the dinner Tuesday night, September 10th. How close is that project to your heart, to your foundation?
Well, it's very close to me. I try during the tournament not to think about that. No problem. Thanks for bringing that up. It's nice from you. But obviously, my girlfriend is directly involved in organization, and also the people that we have in foundation. They're doing a great job. And we are getting more people on board, and we are growing as a small foundation. We had the first fundraiser inaugural last year after US Open, so we're going to have another one. We had one after Wimbledon, now we're going to have another one here after the finals. So we look forward to that. It's beautiful. I mean, to be able to have over 300 people in one place who are influential people, who are also people with good hearts, and try to get as much as money raised as possible in order to help education for kids in Serbia. And that's something that our foundation is doing in the last few years.
Just 2 more in English.